Waiting for you to arrive again.
From Imagine Your Goddess, and I'm doing deck profile on Blade Wings. The starter is Werkfettel or Donnet. He's an ideal starter for Blade Wings because he soul charges 2, adds himself to the soul. It's clear right there. Everything else just doesn't do as well in the deck.
You ever have problems getting 6 soul when you use them?
Not in the least. You should have that by the time you're grade 3. So for the trigger lineup, obviously 4 heals. I like Cheshire Cats, just personally. 4 Shirleys, because Shirley's too good in Dark Regulars not to run.
What'd she do?
She put her into the soul charge 1. 2 soul right there. Dark Knight of Nightmareland is a Margot clone, but it's a crit, so just a bit better. And then personally, I like running 4 monochromes because at G break 1, you put it back in the deck, soul charge 1. If you have 6 soul, which you should, draw a card. 10 soul, I'll flip a damage, which is very rarely ever used in this deck. For grade 1s, as always, 4 Dimension Creepers. They're while in the soul, you pull them, you soul blast them, and you soul charge 2. So you use it +1. And
you can soul blast them as soon as you soul charge them, right?
Yes, you can. 4 perfs. You don't need the on flippers. It's just all I had. I like to run 4 fodders. That's because I run a lot of Generation Break in the deck. Ideally, you wouldn't really run them because you want to use Reijys as much as possible. And then 2 Killing Doll Masters. Early game, they're gonna make the late game so much better for you because you'll add them to the soul at the start of your main phase, and they'll soul charge 2. So that's another 3 souls right there.
Don't you think it's too much of a minus?
Not in the least. You're going to take a lot of damage early game, but have so much hand late game.
That's fucking beautiful.
Then for grade 2, we have the Blade Wing Sights. On play, if you have a Blade Wing up Vanguard, soul charge 1. And while on the soul, use a Dimension Creeper, so it's a plus. So you pull them out of the soul, and then you soul charge 2. And then another preference of mine is Tragic Claw. When you use one on the field, play unit in the same color as him, he soul charges. And on G break 1, if you soul charge, he gains the ability to boost, plus and gains 2k. So this guy's an 11k booster anytime you soul charge.
Do you use his ability often?
If you have him on the field, every turn. Every turn you should be able to soul charge something. And then Ballmaker Vampires, just there for the soul charging.
What's his ability?
He's an Amber clone. He counter blast 1/1 boosted, soul charge 2, and he gains 5k.
Why not run Doppel Vampire?
Because Doppel Vampire doesn't soul charge for you. For 3s, even though it's not popular opinion, I run 4 10k Reijys and 4 of the restated Reijys. So ideally, you're going to ride into a 10k, pick a unit on your field, get as many copies into the soul as you can from deck, and then at 15, you swing at on-boosted 10k, so it's probably not going to hit because they're going to guard it. They're afraid of 3 crit. And then you're going to re-ride the new Reijy as stood.
From the soul?
From the soul.
What cost do you have to pay for that?
You have to pay 1 counterblast and ditch 3 cards.
Crazy.
But the great thing is, once you do that, you get soul blast 15, swing 26, 3 crit. You gotta remember, they dropped at least 20 card for so that you would not hit them with three crit.
Pretty crazy.
As for the G zone, which is a little for the build is important, just for at least the first 2 strides. I run 4 Gilderai because you're at 15 soul. If you don't have the other Reijy soul, he's your guy. He's your guy. He's at 15 soul. You flip a copy over. He gains 10k, and your opponent cannot guard up 1 or higher, and he gains a crit.
Pretty impressive.
But if you want to if you have the 11k Reijy in hand, but not in the soul, you ride Frederick, which his skill is to add a card from your hand to the deck, to the soul, and then you gain 1,000 for each card in the soul, 10 or more, and your front row gains 5k. I run 2 of those. I want to run Irregulars in case I don't have that 15 card soul I need. When he swings, he soul charges 2. And if it's 15 cards or more in the soul, he gets 1k for every card. And if he hits, your opponent has to retire 1 unit. And obviously, because you run out of deck real quick, Tibble. When you stride him, if you have a Blade Ring Heart, you will shuffle your whole drop zone into your deck. And if you have 15 cards in the soul, he gains 10. The whole front row gains 10k. If not, soul charge 5.
He'll definitely get it then.
Definitely that. And for G Guardians, I run 2 Saint Germain. He's good because at 10 cards in the soul, he gains 10k shield. At 15, he gives everything resist, including the Vanguard. Don't know how that's useful for him, but it comes in handy at some point. Then I run 2 Agrat.
Agrat Bat Malat?
Yeah.
I love saying that.
Me too. The great thing about her is when you guard her, she soul charges 2. But that's the most important part of her ability because you gain 2 more soul and plus 5k shield. And then I also run Dismal because your opponent will love to attack your Squall Makers.
Fantastic. So why don't you run Sullivan in this deck?
As much as Sullivan is good, it's a defensive build, and this build's made to attack quickly.
So you're just going pure offense
Just
and
pure offense.
I got you.
And granted, if you like Sullivan, you'll probably survive a lot longer than I will in a matchup. Because if I can't get that 15 soul before they kill me, game's over.
Fantastic. Thank you for that, Kitty. Have a nice evening. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. IYG.